Hey, this is Malachi. I just finished a job. I'll post some pictures. Probably the last one before the old big quarantine across the whole globe happens. I don't know. I might have a kitchen remodel. That'd be nice too. Anyways, I want to read to you Genesis 20, but not what you think. Not the Ten Commandments. No, even though the Ten Commandments are very, very important. They're the most important thing in reality that we have on this earth as far as laws, as far as the communication between God and us, besides the aspect of him bringing his son into the world, and we all know the story, okay? But I want to read Exodus 20:20, right? And Moses said unto the people, "Fear not, for God has come to prove you, and that his fear may be before your faces, that ye not sin," or ye not sin not. It was a testing. Now I can't find the other part, but I wrote a song about it, and I put the song at the end of this video. And the song is called 10. It's from my album 40 Years of Wandering, and it was the song of the Ten Commandments. But why is this important? Well, we are living in a time where we need to be Abraham, Isaac, Jacob's, Joseph's, Moses, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego's. We need to be real men and women of God and have no fear of any man or anything that is brought upon us. We need to understand that we have the power, just as Joshua did, to tell the sun to stop. Just as Christ said, as far as within the parable of the fig tree, that you could tell the mountain to go into the sea and it will do it if you had this faith. Christ also talked about having the faith of a mustard seed. It's real important for us to understand the power that we were given through God and by God, and that no man can take away and no man has right to. I constantly always say that we are the only ones in existence. Each and every person watching my video, anybody that's ever heard me, you are an endangered species. There's no other one like you in existence within the world. So who claims ownership over you? God has ownership over you. Now, if you want to give that back to him, and you want to, then you just ask him to come into your heart. It's very simple. But if you want to, it's kind of a double-edged sword type thing. You want to also prove to him, and I know people say, well, you don't have to do works, you just have to do faith. Well, yes, you do, yes and no. If you love somebody, you're going to show them that you love them, right? You're not just going to say, oh, I love you, and then be a total ass to them all the time. You're going to show them that you love them. You're going to prove that you're going to love them. You're not going to be with a woman as a man and say, I love you, and then go cheat with another woman. I mean, that's not the way it works. So these people that say works are irrelevant, you're kind of basically cheating on God all the time. You're saying, hey, thank you, I love you, all this stuff, but I'm not going to show you anything. Do you really get it? You really understand it? That's why I say repent and be baptized. Baptism is a form of being reborn, and not only showing God, but showing the world now that you're reborn and out of this worldly system and to his system, that if they want to lay claim to you, or they want to play their little legal games, there's a lot of reasons why Christ and the Pharisees were important. The Pharisees are the ones that created the little laws that were enslaving the children of Israel. Now, America and our laws, well, from the Queen, which God told us not to have kings, but we still have a king, a dead one. His wife's now serving as the Queen. See, look, I want to just keep going here on the song 10. And The song says, fear not, for I have come to test you. Fear before your faces, that ye not sin again. That was just what I read to you. That was 2020, right? And the next line in it was, I have seen the face of the Lord and felt the love that he has for you. This was Moses speaking, in my opinion, Moses speaking to his people and saying, but now you turn and walk away, damnedness be upon you. Because, he was bringing down the Ten Commandments really to set the people free, but giving them direction so they wouldn't go back into bondage. Meaning, if I am the Lord thy God who brought thee from this land, from the shifting sands to deliver you out, thou shalt not have any other gods before me. If you just rely on the Lord thy God and not have any other gods before you, you're not going to be tempted by any man. You're not going to be tempted by any man in any ways. You're going to be like Shadrach and Meshach and Abednego, and you're not going to bow down. Or you can put it in this content. You're not going to take no virus, or you're not going to do this, or not going to do that. You're going to stand up. And guess what? They're going to throw you in the fiery furnace, but guess what? Who's going to be there with you? Christ is going to be there with you. We need Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego out there. We need even David's that will go up against Goliath. We need Joshua's that will tell the sun to stop so the enemies are destroyed. We need Moses's that say, set my people, let my people go. We need these people. We need Joseph's to be able to foresee things and set people free. We need these things. We need these people now more than ever. The reason why you know about these people, you know of two people within the Bible usually, besides Christ and all the, but the main thing is this, you read about people who have stood up for God in their beliefs, and then you've heard about people who have basically walked away. Good and the bad, good and the bad. There's a lot of people in the middle that they don't have anything written about them in the book. Now I understand that. That's the way the world is. The world is mostly people that are never written about or cared about. They're just people, right? They're just doing their own thing. They're raising their family. They're just trying to be good people, and that's great. That's what it's really all about. That's how it's supposed to be. But within this world of people that have put themselves in these positions of power, that they really put themselves in there. Even Trump, I'm going to go with that. Yeah, he was elected in, and blah, 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 blah. Anyways, I did a video talking about how they're all speaking in this small room and they're talking on the same mic. Well, it's this thing, if I can find it. The update on the coronavirus that Trump does every day, right? I guess I don't have it. Anyway, so they're all in the one room. So Trump's in there and Pence is in there, and they're both spitting on the microphone, but they're both saying, "Hey, we need to keep our distance," but they're all in a small room. And I'm really trying to, because I know God puts people in positions. He's in control of everything. So one side of me goes, is he doing this to mock? I mean, he doesn't have anything on him. Maybe he's doing it to tell the world, hey, look, this ain't real. Because if it was real, he wouldn't be having daily discussions in a small little room using one mic. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you understand? So maybe he is kind of quietly telling people, hey, this is a bunch of BS. And maybe he is doing something on the side. I've already made my videos on what I feel is going on. I said we're going through the Red Sea. You can review all my old videos, and people who know me, you know what I'm saying. Even Rory, it was funny, Rory. Dude, he sent me this message. He's going, it almost happened. There's some guy in Parliament, and I'll put the link below. I got to show this to you. Remember, because I've been saying that you're going to see people die on live TV. They're just going to fall over dead. And I have said that Trump was a Moses-type figure, but there is no other Moses. Christ is the one that returns. He is the truth. There'll be a lot of fake, kind of maybe, I don't want to say fake, but there'll be people that are Moses-esque-like. However, he is not as bold as I am as far as my faith. I share my faith with everybody, and I don't back down, cower down, and never have. That's not my personality. So, and obviously, that's why I never got into office, and that's why they didn't vote for me, even though I ran for office multiple times. But I got the word out. I got the message out. I had a lot of people say they enjoyed it. However, they never would stand up for me when I was speaking. They'd be cowering in the back. But when I leave the stage, they'd come out and they go, "Oh, man, I really like what you said." Well, then how come you didn't clap for me when I said it? You were just as silent as everybody else. Whoa. See, they're not Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They won't stand when all the others bow down to Moloch, you know what I mean? But I want to show you this video that Rory sent me. Watch this. This is great. Watch this. Guy's on there. Boom! He falls down. One more time. Boom! Boom! Anyways, Rory sent me that. And he's going, almost, false alarm. I told you. I'm not going to take credit as that being the thing, but I did see in my vision, it was over a year ago, that you'd start seeing people, they would get up and they'd fall. But feigning is, that would be me saying, "See, it happened. I prophesied it for it." No. These people are going to be dead. Trust me, they're going to die. But like I said, we are going through the waters. And I said this the first of the year. I said the waters are going to come crashing down. And then I also said this. I said we're going to get to the other side. It's going to be good. Everybody's going to be happy. And then Moses is going to go up to the mountains for 40 days to get the laws from God, because we're going to go back to a constitution. I do believe what I've said is going to happen. But the other things that I've said that are going to happen after that point in time, which is we are Egypt. And I'm going to show you why I'm saying we are Egypt. Here's another video, if I can find it. When Barack Obama went to Egypt, this is why I kept saying that I thought that things were going to happen a long time ago. But anyways, this is Barack Obama in Egypt just before he became president. Check this out.
4,600 years ago, and the person who is buried there, his name is Car, and his name is written in Arabic as Car, and actually...
That looks like me. Look at those ears.
The car would go through the stone.
Okay. So when he was there, he said, "Oh, that looks like me. That's one of their gods or pharaohs or whatever the frick it was." And then, of course, he's married to his man-wife, which is an aspect of ISIS. And ISIS became empowered in him. So he was very much the pharaoh aspect of what I've always been saying. America is Egypt. We're repeating ourselves. It's all a repetition, continuous. And obviously, there's things within our government that's deep state. There's still people. This coronavirus and all this kind of stuff was created under Obama, was sold to the Chinese under Obama, all these things. But like Pharaoh, and I said Trump was a Moses-type figure and hopefully lead us out. And my only issue with him is that, well, I don't know. I have a hard time with it. On one side, I know he's not a hard Christian like I am, right? There aren't very many people like me out there in the world. There's a few of us, but we're very, very slim pickings, right? So I can't beat him up for being kind of a lukewarm kind of Christian, even though God spews you out of his mouth, so you better get your shit together. But I don't know. I'm hoping that this is the Red Sea come crashing. I'm hoping that when he does call out the National Guard or whatever, it's not against us as the people, but it's against our leaders. That he's waiting to see what all the mayors and governors are doing right now and go after them. Because that's what should happen, in my opinion. But I'm telling you this, even let's say all that happens and everybody's hurrah, America's back to what it was. All I'm going to tell you is this. It's going to be short-lived. There will be a war. It will be the Battle of Amalek all over again. But even after we win that, there's still going to be a lot of people within our camp that are still... Because with every 12 people, there's always one Judas in the midst, right? There's always one that will sell you out, Judas kiss, right? Also, sometimes whenever there's 12 people, there's always one good Joseph in there. So it's weeding out the wheat and the tares right now. You know, and in reality, man can't do it, only God does it. But I'll say this, it's going to be short-lived. Even after the Red Sea comes crashing down, even after all these things happen or whatever goes on happens, time will tell. Time tells all things are told in time. Okay? Even after that, it's going to be short-lived because once Moses goes back up the mountain, maybe brings down not a new constitution, but just upholds the old one, gets rid of the taxation without representation. Well, not taxation without representation, but they can tax you as much as they want to. You know, that is in the Constitution. They wrote that in there later on. But I mean, going back to the first 10 or the first 7. Anyways, and it's not Noahide law. Get out of that. That's a bunch of garbage too. But I will tell you this, it will be short-lived because it only took 40 days for Moses to be gone for him to come back and see that they'd sold all their gold that they'd brought with them from Egypt, that plenty basically, to sell it off, fire it off, and make a golden calf. So it's going to be short-lived. So just letting you know. Anyways, Malachi Church First Estate signing out. Hug your kids, call your parents, go see a neighbor, repent and be baptized. And I'm gonna add this, that Trump's wife went out and made some comment not to hug your kids or something like that. And you know what? You are nice people. I'm sure you're very nice people, smart business people, whatever. But you come on, Trump. There are people that are around you right now that know me. There are people around you right now that know me. You know how many of them, and a few of them may be even watching this video, have told me to bring my staff. One right there. It's time for the staff. Trump, you need a true, real man of God that has no fear of the world and what the world brings and knows how to deal with them all. You have my number. And I have a few other people that I think you need to meet too, because they are also just as faith-driven believers as I am. There's just a few of us. But I know a good little army. They'll take care of all this evil in the world a little quicker than how you're doing it. Just saying. You got my number. I've already seen these things in visions when I was a kid. I saw the street that I'm living on now. I saw everything. I've done videos about me for telling things. At some point in time, people will have to go, geez, he must be getting this from God, because they seem to be right on target every time. And I always distinguish which is a vision I feel is from God and which is my opinion, which I have a lot of opinions. So make sure that as those who view my videos to try to catch me in little lies. I know my lies, trust me. I know every single one of them. I know when I stretch things and when I don't. And I know when I'm serious and when I'm not serious, okay? So anyways, and in closing too, with that being said, Mr. Trump, if you ever watch this video, which you probably never will, I do understand the art of telling a lie. Sometimes you get with people and you want to find out who's who. So you say one thing to one person and you say something else to somebody else, and so you selectively lie to certain people to see how that gets brought back to you. So you make one lie here and then you hear that back later, then you know who's spreading that lie. So I totally get it. Anyways, hug your kids. No matter what, coronavirus ain't gonna hurt you. Call your parents, go see them. Coronavirus is not gonna kill them. It's all fake. Call your neighbor, go see your neighbor. Say hello. Coronavirus is not gonna get those people. Repent and be baptized. Oh, you trying to tell me I can't gather to baptize people? Oh, good luck with that. There's going to be a lot of baptism going on here pretty soon when the waters come crashing down on all of you. I've seen it. I prophesied about it, and it will happen. All right. See ya. Bye.
From the shifting sand to live with you, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or likeness in heaven, on earth, or in the sea. Thou shalt not bow down before them, nor serve them, for I shall not take my name in vain, for I will not hold you guiltless from me. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, nor bear false witness against thee. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's, the things you think they own. But my love is from the throne.